Here's Luke Routh with your latest fishing report for Stockton Lake. It's brought to you courtesy of Tackle HD.
Hey everyone, Luke Routh here, wanting to give you a fishing report for Stockton Lake. It's the 1st of October, and we got some big tournaments coming up on Stockton Lake here, so fishing's really been hit or miss. You get a good weather day, you're catching some fish. You get a slick sunny day, fishing's pretty tough. So a lot of things working. It's all very weather dependent. Lake level, we're about 7 foot low. They keep dropping it a little bit every day. Hopefully they let it stable out for long, because the lake's really low, lower than I've seen it in a lot of falls and winters. Your water temp's anywhere from 64 to 70 degrees. So I haven't been there this weekend. I heard some of the turnover starting to happen. Here's some having some visibility issues. Lots of top waters working. Whopper ploppers, big, little, and small. Same as last week. Throw the ones. You got the wind for. Throwing the medium size one a lot, getting lots of bites on the medium size plopper. The top water bite actually wasn't as good as it was because of the cold weather. I think it pushed them off the bank a little bit. Should be getting good here in the weeks to come. Those walking style baits, wake baits. Like to throw a wake bait. Water's really clear and calm. Like me a wake bait. Chatterbait bites been pretty hit or miss. Need some wind, a little overcast, get that chatterbait going. Jackhammer, motion fishing seeker, just shad colored chatterbait. Swim jig bite up the river hasn't been as good due to the low water levels, but I'd still have one tied on. Swim jig, white and chartreuse swim jig. Gonna catch you some fish up the river. I like a 3/8 ounce. Rattle trap, you get in the back of those pockets, see a lot of things blowing bait, or windy main lake point. Hard to beat a red eye shad throwing across the point. I had a good day last week on the CS2 spinnerbait. This is the Ozark Flash. I'd have them both tied on. If you're gonna run down the river and get a little more stained water, throw the Ozark Flash. You're going to be in that clear water. I like the CS2. I caught mine on the clear and purple one. Double willow blades. It was a 5 or 6 pounder. Nice fish. So spinnerbait's working. You get the right conditions. Good windy day. Some overcast. I had a perfect day to go fishing. Caught lots of fish that day. Stick bait. Main lake points. It's just a lucky craft. You get some wind going. Really snap that stick bait around. Catch a lot of smallmouth on stick bait right now in the main lake. Main lake points. Secondary points with some wind. Chunk rock. You're going to catch some smallmouth. Same thing with the spinnerbait, guys. Main lake, secondary, 100 yards outside the point, 100 yards inside the point, good chunky rock. You're going to catch some fish on that spinnerbait if you get the right conditions. You are going to go up, fish the river, fish a little shallower. Got to have a square bill tied on, square bill of any sort. I've been catching more on the 1.5 size and the 2.5. I haven't been doing a lot of river running, but what little I have, I've been throwing that crankbait around quite a bit. Probably my best top water when it's been slick, it's been sunny, it's been hard to get them to bite a top water, has been a little 1/8 ounce buzzbait with a Tackle HD swimmer on the back of it. Fits my buzzbait perfectly. This one's a little screwed up. Fish been chewing on it, dang things. But no, they've been doing good. Just a very clear, see-through, natural color. Little small buzzbait gives off a little vibration. Those fish have been coming up and getting that good. We've lost all of our big shad that was up around the bank. Lots of little minnows now. So that's been doing a really good job of mimicking the smaller minnows. Then we got the jig bite. Dragging main lake, secondary points. Catching quite a few on a finesse jig. Motion fishing finesse jig. PBJ smoke's been my best color lately, actually. Little wacky craw, anything, zoom super chunk. Keep it pretty simple. Anything you want to put on a craw trailer. Dragging around those chunky main lakes. Secondary points, lots of smallmouth coming on the jig right now. Size is a big issue, not a lot of big ones. Can catch some big ones, but the size is the issue on the jig. Lots of smallmouth. Of course, you find a rock pile out deep, drag your jig on it, you're going to catch you a few fish. And then the brush piles we can all see because the lake's 8 foot low. Everybody's finding a lot of new brush piles on the lake. People are saying there's fish in them. They're just being finicky, hard to bite. Well, that's very true. Everybody's flipping in those brush piles when they come past one. I've just been flipping around a little 1/4 ounce motion fishing weight with a Jawtech wacky craw. Keeping it very simple, green pumpkin in color, and you just got to outflip the next guy. You got to make 20, 25 flips. Flip every inch of that brush pile, keep your bait in there, work it real slow. That's how you catch some fish out of the shallow brush piles. I haven't caught any giants doing it, but I've caught several keepers and lots of short fish behind people. But you got to sit there and keep flipping, because they've been flipped because everybody can see them. So coming over to Stockton Lake, got the Joe Bass Championship in 2 weeks. Lots of tournaments, fall club championships happening on the lake right now. So if you guys are coming down to the lake, just know you got to fish the conditions. I'm sure we'll hit the turnover here very quick. So I'll try to keep you all updated on that. But if you don't follow me on my social medias, go follow me over here at my social medias. And until next month's report, we'll see y'all later.